Hello everyone, this is me Mako and I'm back again with the third round of official manufacturers cup season. So here we are in the lobby, and look who is in the lobby. We have Pleb in the lobby, we have Super GT in the lobby as well. Very easy. I did see him, and yeah, there he is. And then of course we have me myself. So yeah, so the first round of manufacturers season went decent, the second round went bad, actually very bad. And that's what happens when you don't go for second and third slots, unfortunately, because I have to wake up early in the morning. I just can't do the next slots. And why am I on hard tires? I don't know. I'll have to switch the tires for qualifying. Let's see what time I can put. Again, I have no practice. It's a 315 point lobby. Let's switch over to medium tires. Let's go. And honestly, I don't know what time I'll put, but I think I'll be putting somewhere 142 or 141, because I just did a couple of laps before joining this race and I was doing 42 and low 42s. Yeah, let's see what I do now. Oof, still a terrible lap. 41. 9 I think. Yeah. Yeah. Qualifying last. I told you I didn't practice honestly. And with the pace that this car has, I doubt if it's good on this track. Overlay on KR. What does that mean? So we need to use both the hard tires and the medium tires, and if I'm not wrong, okay, brake bias Rd.3. Yeah, that's the one that I use. We have to use the hard as well as the medium tires, and the medium tires will probably last for the entire race. I don't know if PS4 has overlay. Advanced settings. I don't actually know if there is such a setting in PS4, and right now I don't think I'll be able to find it if there is anyway. Okay, nice to see you, Bilo. Yeah, the rear will save the front for sure, but 5 will be okay. So the left front is the issue, but 5 will be, I think, too far behind. I'll think with 5 I'll lose some pace. Okay, Vijit, got you. Yeah, true, exactly. That's the reason why I think 2 or 3 will be helpful. 5 is very helpful in tire saving, but not quite as good all the time. Yeah, I don't know if I'll slide, but I don't think I'll have enough pace. So yeah, I'll do 1 lap on hards and then the entire race on mediums, and I'll try to see your comments in the middle when I pit or when I have some time, but I probably won't be. But yeah, let's see what we can do, and good luck to Pleb, as he is there as well, and I think he's going to do well. But I think he didn't have quite the qualifying as well. I am 14, I don't know, last 15th. I think Pleb is 9th. Let's see. Genesis, yeah, but I think that's the strategy everyone is gonna use, so let's just try it out anyway. I don't know, because hards might just be a little too slow, I don't know. So I'll just try it. The tire wear is just 2 times if you don't know. So I'm just behind Super GT. Should I take him out? Yeah, I know it's difficult, but the tire wear is just 2 times, so it's not. Yeah, okay, you know it. Rd.3, as it was in the qualifying. Do you think 315 will work really? Okay, what I'll see is if I'm stuck in the traffic, if a lot of people pit on lap 1. Yeah, I'll base it on the traffic. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so I've just pitted second gear for the hairpin. Yeah. So I experiment, and sometimes I feel second gear is good. Sometimes I feel first gear is good. Yeah, but I think on medium second gear will work. Let's see where we come out, and yeah, let's hope we come out ahead. Let's see. I can see someone is commenting, but right now I can't see. I'll have to check the comments on my phone, and my phone is a little far from me. I think I'm gaining on P13, and I think his tires are not good. I have one left tire advantage, but the Porsche is pretty good on tires. Let's see. I think we have a real chance, Porsche versus Genesis for P14, but we got an unfortunate penalty there. Let's see. Oh, that was very close. I almost had the opportunity, but I had nowhere to go. Let me see the comments. Yeah, you were right. Yeah, you were right that tires. Thank God I didn't do 17 laps. Thank God I didn't do 17 laps. Yeah, that was a great race, honestly. Yeah, P15 not happy with the result, Venkat, but I think we'll have to Kalyan, sorry. I forgot. Your name was Venkat, I think. Yeah. No, your name was Kalyan, right? I remember now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You told me in the chat. So yeah, P15, not quite happy, but we'll take it. Uh, the guy in the Nissan was initially not fast, but was later on catching up. Don't know what. Maybe his tires were good, or maybe the car is good. I think the benefit of Genesis is the acceleration, but overall handling traction is better in Nissan. And I'm sure Plab will go again. Uh, let's just save the replay, quickly review what happened, just a couple of incidents, and then we'll end the stream. I actually wanted to do the next slot, but it gets very late, unfortunately. This time the World Series timings are very late for especially those of us who live in India, because the next slot is right here. It is 12:30, and then the last one is 2:30. So it gets very late. Let's quickly have a look at replay for those of you who didn't see the entire race. I'll quickly summarize what happened. The Genesis is a tough car to drive if you're not used to it. I mean, when I say tough, I mean to extract time out of it is difficult. You can drive it as a beginner, not going to be an issue, but to be able to competitive in it, especially on tracks like this one, it's difficult, I think, for me at least. I would also like to see on the leaderboards which cars are dominating this track. I assume it would be an FR, or if it's an MR, I assume it would be an MR, and if it's an FR, I assume it would be an FR like Mercedes-Benz, which are very good in handling. So I qualified P14. I was starting right behind Super GT, ahead of the Porsche and the P16. I set a lap time, I think 41.9 or something, yeah. And so the race started. We were all on hards. अरे ये एक्सेंट वाला इश्यू ये मेरा हो गया है ऐसा ही, अब पता नहीं क्यों, मैं भी आदत पड़ गई है, थोड़ा F1 WEC देखता हूँ, मिक्स एक्सेंट हो गया है। लेकिन मैं बताता हूँ क्या हुआ। तो यहाँ पे कहाँ गई मेरी कार, ये राम, हम सब हार्ड्स पे थे, ये मीडियम पे था, तो मेजॉरिटी लोग हार्ड्स पे थे। और लेट्स गो लेफ्ट वन एंड पे मैं सोच रहा था पिट करूं, लेकिन यहाँ पे मैंने देखा सुपर जीटी और बाकी के आगे काफ़ी सारी कार्स पिट करने के लिए गई, तो मैंने कंटिन्यू किया। फिर लैप 2 पे जस्ट अ सेकेंड, हाँ मैंने नहीं, ये लोग थे शायद जो लोग पिट किए थे, ये रहे सुपर जीटी और डेफिनेटली उन लोगों ने, प्लेब भी उनमें से एक था, और उन लोगों ने डेफिनेटली कुछ टाइम तो कट किया, क्योंकि जब मैं बाहर आया सुपर जीटी मेरे से आगे था, और इनफैक्ट काफ़ी ज़्यादा आगे था। प्लेब के साथ कुछ हुआ था क्या, क्योंकि वो आगे था शायद, देखता हूँ उनको पीछे करके, क्योंकि वो 9 था, उसके साथ वो 10 था। ओह ओह अरे नहीं यार, GT7 का घोस्टिंग कुछ बार काम करता है, कुछ बार नहीं करता है। प्लेब बाल दीवार से तो बच गया, लेकिन जो लोग आगे टकराए उनके साथ खेल हो गया, खेला हो भी बंगाली। ये फेरारी टकराई थी क्या, कौन टकरा था? ओह, और ये बंदा था, अच्छा ये P6 या वैसा था, ये निसान GTR वाला, फिर लास्ट हो गया था, और फिर उसने हमें ओवरटेक किया। तो डेफिनेटली उसके पास पेस तो थी, वरना उसने इतना आगे, हाँ वो देखता हूँ। GTR ने अकेले ने नहीं, वो एक्चुअली 2-3 बार ऐसा थोड़ा डाइवोन हुआ मेरे साथ, बताता हूँ। मेरा और फरारी का बैटल भी अच्छा था एक्चुअली। यहाँ पे मैं एक एक्स्ट्रा लैप गया, कहाँ है मेरी कार यार, ये रही फरारी। तो ये जो फरारी के साथ थोड़ा डिसेंट बैठा था, उसके पेनल्टी सर्व की, लेकिन लास्ट में थोड़ा मैं कहूँगा अनफेयर ओवरटेक था, मतलब डर्टी नहीं था, थोड़ा अनफेयर। ओके, यहाँ पे नहीं पे था शायद। नहीं, वैसे डर्टी तो नहीं था, लेकिन हाँ सही है, मतलब एक्चुअली सही मूव था उसका। और टायर वायर देखे तो फरारी में उसने लेफ्ट के एंड पे पिट किया था, अच्छा टायर है, मतलब थोड़ा यूनिफॉर्म है। आप टायर्स पे देखोगे तो जेनेसिस का काफ़ी फ्रंट हैवी है। कोई बात नहीं, अब GTR का देखते हैं। एक्चुअली जिन लोगों को नहीं पता फरारी के लिए बैड, जिन लोगों को नहीं पता कि ये GTR मेरे से कैच कैसे किया इसने, तो मैं उनको दिखाता हूँ क्या हुआ। मैंने ऑलमोस्ट लूज़ कर दिया था कार मेरा। नहीं एक्चुअली हाँ, मतलब तेरी बात सही है, लेकिन जो लॉन्ग राइट हैंडर है तेरे पास, वहाँ पे अगर तू अच्छा एग्जिट लेने का ट्राई करता है तो कार थोड़ा अंडर स्टीयर करेगी और आगे का टायर कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ होगा, तो वहाँ पे तुझे वो बैलेंस ढूंढना पड़ता है, क्योंकि वहाँ पे आगे के टायर्स बहुत ही ठीक है। अच्छा, यहाँ पे था। हाँ, FR कार्स में भी वैसे ही करते हैं, MR में भी वैसा ही करना है, लेकिन हाँ कुछ मतलब थोड़ा अग्रेसिव था, लेकिन अभी क्या बताऊँ इसके बारे में। वो रुक नहीं पाया वैसे एपेक्स पे। यहाँ पे देखते हैं, तो अगर एपेक्स पे उसने रोक लिया होता तो सही था, इसलिए यार ये मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा थोड़ा, सच बताऊँ तो। हाँ, लेकिन वो जितना वाइड जाते हैं उतना फ्रंट टायर का इश्यू होता है ना। एनीवे, अब लास्ट लैप का पोर्शे के साथ बैटल देख लेते हैं। पोर्शे का टायर वर्क कैसा है? ओह माय गॉड, पोर्शे का टायर वर्क देखो, ऑलमोस्ट। हाँ, मैं वाइड नहीं जाता, मैं टायर सेव करता हूँ, लेकिन टाइम सेव नहीं होता है, थोड़ा टाइम डेफिनेटली कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ होता है। लेकिन वाइड जाने में मेरी कंसिस्टेंसी भी नहीं है, मैं ट्राई करता हूँ। बहुत अंडरस्टेयर कर रही है पोर्शे की। इसके टायर्स बहुत अच्छे हैं यार, इसने मेरे से पहले पिट किया था ये निसान GTR वाले ने। प्लेब के टायर, इसका टायर सबका, और मेरा देखो इन सबसे ज़्यादा है। डेफिनेटली थोड़ा कंट्रोलर, हाँ मतलब वो अग्रेसिव चला रहा था। ठीक है कल्याण, गुड नाइट। और इफ़ यू डिड अ रेस, डू लेट मी नो what result did you get, and if I'm not wrong you haven't participated in the race because you generally do time trials only. हाँ चलो, let's check any other Porsche. This is Ferrari. This is much better compared to the Porsche. Do we have any other Porsche? Look at this guy. I mean, he is in the podium, man. He's there, but look at his tire wear. Front left is almost dead. No other Porsche in this race apparently. Maybe yet to pit? No, I don't think he's yet to be. He probably pitted. Let's see. He was up there. Oh yeah, you are right. But still, 17 laps, and these other guys also did 17 laps. But look at the difference. Yeah, no worries, Kalyan. See you. No, this time I'm actually trying my real accent. I'm paying lots of attention to my accent, and I'm trying. Yeah. You told me that you don't have the PS Plus right now as well. But yeah, these races are really fun. It was unfortunate that we were fighting for P15, but we still had great battles on the way. So anyway, this is where I'll end the stream. So it was nice to have you, Kalyan. It was nice to have you, Abibu, and it was nice to have you, Gobble. How is it? First of all, Singaporean British, and I don't even know if there is such an accent. I don't know if there is a Singaporean British accent, if it even exists. This is the first time I heard that word. Yeah, so see you all. Thanks for joining in, and maybe I'm sure we'll do the next round. We didn't have a great race this time as well. Yeah, see you all.